2019 Disember saya sudah dapat interim custody.
Now happily reunited with her 3 underage children, but only after the Kuala Lumpur High Court intervened, giving Loh Siew Hong full custody of her twin daughters and 10-year-old son. Next was a stop for a simple meal for the single mother and her kids away from the glare of the media. However, Loh's battle is far from over. Her lawyers said her next date with the court may well be to seek a judgment to overturn the conversion of her children to Islam without her consent by the Perlis Islamic authorities. Their unilateral conversion has already reignited a burning and polarizing debate on the supremacy of the federal constitution and the powers of the apex court over state-level Islamic laws and that of Shariah courts. On paper, the issue of unilateral conversion appeared to have been dealt with in 2018 when the federal court ruled on the Indira Gandhi case. The apex court had ruled that the consent of both parents must be obtained to convert underage children to Islam. However, enforcing the court's decision or amending Sharia laws in accordance with the court ruling has proven to be very difficult. Lawyer Fahri Azad insists civil courts, including the federal court, have supervisory jurisdiction over inferior tribunals and courts, including the Sharia courts. He says following the judgment in Indira's case, both parents must consent to their child's change of religion or the conversion is null and void. Fahri also dismissed the argument that the Malay version of the federal constitution allows for unilateral conversion as the authoritative document is in English. Another lawyer concurs. Ravi Neko also says the federal constitution is the supreme law of the country and that Sharia laws, which are wholly regulated and implemented under state laws, do not supersede it. Race and religion have always been a hot-button issue in multiracial Malaysia. Religious authorities in certain states, like-minded Islamic activists and politicians have said little about the federal court ruling. Instead, they are citing state Sharia laws to defend the unilateral conversion of Loh's children to Islam. The case, if it does go to court, will again raise the political temperatures in Malaysia as in Indira's case. The federal constitution and the federal court's ruling on unilateral conversion may be seen to be in Loh's favour. However, the rhetoric by activists, politicians and ulamas protesting against any legal challenge pertaining to a children's conversion to Islam cannot be taken lightly. Despite the federal court ruling, some states, including Perlis, are enforcing Sharia laws that allow the unilateral conversion of children to Islam. Despite the various strong views about the supremacy of the federal constitution and federal laws over state Sharia laws, the debate on unilateral conversion to Islam involving children is once again turning out to be just as much about religious sentiments and not just on points of the law. Nadia Azmi for FMT News.